Hey, what's up, guys? So I'm gonna start a new series of like how to build units that and I'm only gonna do this with units that I actually have played a lot with and I understand how to build them very well. I'm not gonna tell you how to build fucking Selena that's level 20. Okay, I'm gonna tell you how to build like units that I've played a lot with and content that's 10 plus levels higher than them. Okay, and to completion. And we're just gonna I'm gonna beeline it really quick. Hopefully every video will be under 10 minutes and give you guys the information you need right away to confidently like build a unit whenever you use it to run. So you have Haru here. Typically she's your DPS carry, right? You have all of her cards here. Right off the bat, you want to remove the anchor, and you usually want to remove, or the anchor drop here, the shield, you want to remove this first, and then usually you'll remove the anchor later. The only instance where you might want to keep this anchor in is if you're running a combo anchor shot at one cost. Then it might be okay to leave this card in here and remove this one so you can more reliably do that combo. But usually you're doing that with your anchor pointer or your lift anchor or charge energy anyways, so typically you can remove that. Perfect example of that build is right here. It's done to completion with this weapon, does a shit ton of damage, okay? So I'm gonna talk you through the epiphanies here. God epiphanies add a random extra effect, depending on which god you get, I think. The base is the same, and then it just adds extra shit on top, for the most part. So I'm gonna go through all the epiphanies in the cards, and I'm gonna tell you my favorite ones, and then you just go from there. My favorite one I think is the combo, because this is like if you want to end fights fast, this is the fastest way to end a fight. And it's just the one that I prefer the most. I've played with, I'm pretty sure, all of these in some capacity, and the combo is definitely the one that I prefer. This one is just a flat damage increase, I believe. Yes, so the epiphany, like this first one over here, is the same as the base, it just does more damage. Ideally, you'd like almost never want to take this one. It gives you a little bit more damage, but that's about it. Sometimes this will be the one that you get with the epiphany, and it'll like reduce the cost or add more tenacity damage, or just weigh that out if that's enough to make you want to take it. But in general, I do not like this one. Combo, I prefer the most. This one, you can get this one with reduced cost as well. This one has crazy damage potential, and it's very good, but you have to build around it. If you're running Haru with Kalipe, which is a very popular team, this is not very good synergy-wise, because you'll discard your vultures and all of your celestial cards when you use this. This doesn't have any synergy with celestial. It will have terrible synergy with a lot of cards you have retain on that you want to hold on. This is for a very greedy Haru build that will do a lot of damage. So just keep that in mind. This one's pretty okay too. And this one's pretty okay too. These are okay options if you get them on a God Epiphany, and they come with some really good secondary effects. But out of all of these, I definitely prefer the combo one, because out the gate it's just already doing twice as much damage. It's very easy to combo because of what you call the anchor pointer. So we'll go ahead and go into that next. It's very easy to combo. The retrieve one, I don't pick this one very much. The retain one, don't pick this very much. The one I prefer the most is this crit one here, because when I go into gear, you'll kind of see why. This just gives you 25% chance to crit. That is essentially a gear piece main stat, completely maxed out. 20 damage is okay as a secondary one, and you get retrieve on this. This one's kind of okay. Like, all of these kind of work. Like, if you get good epiphanies like draw on them or extra AP on them, that's something that extra, to consider as well. Ideally, you want the crit one, but if the crit one shows up and then I see like the damage one here and it has draw 1 on it and something else, like 30% damage, I'm probably going to take this one over the crit because of the draw utility, right? But yeah, use this. Grab the combo one. It feels spectacular. And then we have power charge here. Typically, I take the combo one here as well, just because, you know, you only work with so much AP. If you're hitting like the combo, you know, with this card here, so say like you have like all these cards in your hand, this increases the cost of your one cost with the combo, right, to 2, and then you have another, you know, with 3 AP, you have another AP to spend. That's why I like using this at 1, or where's it? This one, because it goes down to 1, and then you can use all 3 of those AP, and you're able to do really good damage without relying on AP gain from like Mika. That's why I kind of prefer this one, but that really doesn't make that much of a difference. I mean, the weakness one is kind of like, this one's okay. This is just the damage increase one. 30 damage per hit to next card. So like if you hit 3 enemies, like it's kind of okay. I mean, this one, I tried using this and this didn't work. As far as I knew, when something died, it didn't activate again. So I have no idea how this works. So honestly, like this is the only one I really like is the the combo one. This one's kind of okay too. All weakness is okay if you're using Haru on a level that's not blue. You're not going to gain any value on this if you're already fighting blue enemies, right? So I prefer the combo one for sure. And then this next one, this I prefer to get draw on it right here. I have grabbed this one before, but since I like the combo one, it's not great to grab this because you want more cards to combo with, right? If you use this one time, then that's the one time you get to use it. The tenacity damage on the next one's okay. This one's really good. Honestly, all of these are okay. If you ever get a God Epiphany, you pretty much just always take the one that's the God Epiphany. If not, I prioritize the draw. And that's really it. Like, all of these are good options. Tenacity's okay. I don't know the difference in scaling between attack card damage and damage. Plus 50% damage, plus 30% attack card damage. I don't know the difference on that. I'm guessing damage might be additive because it's a higher value, and attack card damage or own attack card damage, this might be multiplicative. Maybe that's how it works. With how much this scales up, this is definitely definitely additive, and it's possible maybe this, yeah, this is probably multiplicative. I think that's probably how it works. This is probably an additive damage. I've heard that Haru has a lot of sources of multiplicative damage. That's why she hits so hard. And we're at 8 minutes. Okay, well, we've gone through all the cards. This does an Epiphany, so that's all my idea on Epiphanies. Partners, hers is the best. Other than that, I use Scarlet with her sometimes. This is fine. This is actually like Mei Lin's partner, but I grabbed it to play with Mei Lin, but I do throw it on Haru at times and it works just fine. This just increases your attack. It increases your damage the more cards you use consecutively, and if you're playing combo cards, then there you go. You get attack bonus. And then it also, when you use it, increases your damage by up to, or your attack card damage by up to 50% if you have 5 buffs. Maybe even higher than that. But good option. Partner, whatever you have, doesn't really matter. Just make sure it's got a striker tag so you get the additional effect and etc. Right? Save data. Put my money where my mouth is. Combo build, just like this. Reduce cost by 1. Combo hit. This is only a God Epiphany, so it's unique to the build. And then what, like gear that just, you know, complements the build. Potential, I have this maxed out and I have no idea why. I was just being dumb. realistically, I need these unique cards. I need to probably max this stuff out because I'm assuming this is probably my anchor to do more damage. Max out the crit, and of course need to go up there and get this. But I'm not really focusing on potentials. I'm focusing more on gear right now. I did a little bit of gear farming today for mainly Calipe, but set overlap is kind of nice. I'm using the critical damage set of 1-cost cards specifically because of how mine is built with the 1-cost combo card. Ideally, I think you want to run this set here for 20% crit of cards that cost 2 or more. This is the Justice set, by the way. People say there's no Justice set. Yes, there is. It's the crit set. This set here, if you're running 2, if you're lucky enough to have 1, I think this set's better because you get the free crit from the draw. So extra 35% crit damage is a lot. And then Executioners, I think, is probably the second best for scaling your damage really high because you get so much free crit. And then for your stats themselves, these don't matter, but you want crit main on your neck. Obviously Justice here and attack here with as many damage subs as you can get. And that is it. That is how you build Haru. Minus C2. This makes a big difference in the playstyle as well. You can just use more anchors. You can use anchor when you have no AP, which is kind of bonkers. It's not as OP as you think it is, to be honest. Like, it hits very, very small. Typically, with the proper build, like, you can one-shot everything with this character if you build it correctly. But yeah, that's it. My crit chance is up here, 23. Need to get that higher with more sub stats, and that's how you really crank the damage up. But yeah, that's it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna pump out probably 4 of these pretty quick with the units that I use, maybe 5. And I'll catch you next one. Algorithm stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. Yeah, bye.